Well, I think we're good to get started. So I just want to give a little bit of introduction to David. David's been with our team for about 2 months now. But how long have you been in real estate?
Almost 3 years.
3 years. Awesome. And in that 3 years, like I know we were talking the other day and you mentioned that you gain a large amount of your referrals through social media.
Yeah.
And so today we're going to talk a little bit about like some of the strategy that you have invoked in order to be able to go from just having a great social media to actually creating business through it. And so bridging that. And I also want to like open it up to Hannah, who she's gonna speak to any areas where marketing can jump in and automate some of these areas.
Yeah.
And so throughout the training, if you have any questions, feel free to speak up. Feel free to I would love to hear anything from anyone. So starting out, David, I just want to hear like, how do you end up building out your social media?
Okay, and for starters, I'm not like social media guru. Some of you are like way better than me, but I just gonna share today things that works for me. Again, you guys do a fantastic job as is. And sorry, I forgot the question already.
On a basic level, like what do you like to post? Like,
okay, so I like to post first of all, I only have one page for Instagram. Some people have a separate Instagram account, like professional, and some people have like a personal. If you want to post pictures of your family, I just didn't feel like I had to have two things to manage. As it is, we're busy with so many tasks that we had to complete per day. So I can't imagine managing two social medias. So I just have one. And I like to post anything from cooking to under contracts, coming soon, open houses that I'm doing, or whatever sports that I'm doing. So just a great conversation starter. So I just myself, I'm not hiding behind, a professional account. It's just me. But my account is professional. So let's say real estate, that I'm a real estate agent in what areas I'm serving. So one of the main things that I always say is look at your bio on your Instagram and make sure that people know where you're a realtor. If you only have your name like David Gutierrez Realtor, but doesn't say where you're serving your people, then that doesn't help you at all.
Yeah, and I personally follow you, and I've seen how pretty consistently most of your posts are based on real estate, and then a lot of your stories just show your day to day, where you're at, what restaurants you're eating at, and as well as any activities that you're up to. And I love how you set that up. I think that's a great format. How often do you post real estate content? Like
usually every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And what kind of stuff do you post?
Just like a picture of homes, or if you go to the Parade of Homes, you can just do like a bunch of videos, so you can post that and then do some like letters. I use a lot of Chat GPT. If you guys are not using that, you should get on it. It's awesome. You can just type something saying, hey, just talk about interest rates or how to get into a home with very low down payment and stuff like that. And then you just copy that and then do it on a reel from a video shot that you took in a Parade Homes or whatever home that you recently just had a showing. But yeah, try to post something like at least once a day. So everybody's going to tell you in the consistency ski, it is. Everybody will tell you that. So just be consistent about posting about real estate. And again, not just about real estate, but anything that you're good at. Because everybody in this room, everybody at home, you have to be good at something else besides real estate, right? You guys are all rock stars. Like you're good at triathlons and running, and we did a bike ride together to the Tonka. So post activities that you like to do, because it is a great conversation starter. Like, yes, you do want to post about how many homes you sell and stuff like that. But hey, somebody may reply to your story saying, "Hey, I'm also doing Tour de Tonka. Like, we should train together."
That's what I did.
Yeah,
you posted about it, and I was like, "Oh my word, I'm doing this tomorrow."
Yeah, we ended up at the same pit stop and grabbing water together. So
yeah,
I say just be consistent. There's a lot of agents that will just post like a bunch of things per day, and then they don't post for another week. So people want to see you. People want to see who is Austin Hardy. I see. Sorry, Austin, put you on the spot here. people want to see how many homes you sell, you know.
Uh-huh. If someone were to look at your account, like, would they know instantly that you're selling homes? Like,
Yeah, I mean, consistently, yeah, I'll be posting something that I do, a trick I'm gonna share here is like if you have 5, 6 homes under contract the same week, try to like separate them. Don't post it on the same day, like under contract, under contract, under contract. Save some content for later days. So then it
Mhm.
shows people that you're busy, right? So if you have 3 homes this or 6 homes this week, save like 3 posts for the next week. So that way you just separate it and people are like, whoa, he's selling homes.
Mhm.
And then just try to post on anything that you like. So
And do you engage with other people's stuff?
I do.
on
So
frequently?
another thing that has generated a lot of business for me, I should say 75% of my business comes from Instagram and Facebook.
Mhm.
Some of the things that I do is, and maybe some of you do this already, is when I'm sitting at home, literally on my couch or the office, just scrolling through stories, I reply to every single story that I see.
And do
So
you
if I
just hit
see,
the emoji button there, or?
I don't do the emoji, I actually take my time and reply on something.
Mhm.
If you have the Instagram, if you got Instagram on your computer, it's so much easier because you can just type it on your
Yeah.
keyboard. But then if I see Joe that he's eating at, I don't know, Smith's Coffee in Eden Prairie, and he posted a picture or a story about, I don't know, what do you like there?
I love the breakfast sandwich.
So breakfast sandwich, then I'll comment and be like, wow, that looks amazing. Like, what's your favorite sandwich there? So you
Mhm.
just start the conversation and people are like, oh, you know, I love this sandwich. You should come here, blah, blah, blah. And then you just start the conversation. And I
Mhm.
never mention anything about real estate. Say, hey, how's work going? How are the kids? How's the family?
Mhm.
And then usually they bring it up and say, hey, I see that you're in real estate. You're killing it.
Mhm.
So, and you're like, hey, yeah, yeah, thanks for noticing. If you have any friends and family that could use my services, don't hesitate to send it my way. One, I never asked that person for business. I never said, Jelena, you should sell your homes with me. But if you have friends and family that could use me, let me know.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So try to do that reply to people's stories. People love to talk and they're posting for a reason because they want you to see their lives. Another thing that I do spend money on is on Facebook. Facebook usually would tell you whose birthday it is for the day.
Mhm.
So I sent like a $5, $10 gift card from Starbucks.
Mhm.
Love that.
It's from like let's say if it was a former coworker, right? I say, hey Ashley, happy birthday. I just wanted to send you this gift card so you can buy yourself coffee for today. When I send the gift card, the digital gift card, I also send my digital business card.
Mhm.
So now they're like, whoa, like David remember my birthday. Now I feel like I owe him. Now I don't want them to say, I don't want them to think that they owe me and they should sell the home with me. But hey, now I'm just like so fresh in their mind.
Mhm.
Like if that person goes in to the lunchroom or whatever they work and they're like, hey, do you know of any real estate agent? Guess who's gonna come up first? Me, because I remember their birthday.
And sending out a Starbucks gift card to like basically every person in your sphere of influence on their birthday, like how much does that cost you a year?
I would say I know per month is like 150 to 200.
So you're spending $150 a year realistically for 75% of your business.
It's a tax, 100% tax deductible. When I started, when we all start, we don't have like a lot of funds to use for marketing. I actually partnered up with a lender. So if you guys are home or anybody here, if you can partner up with a lender, do 50-50 just for RESPA rules. That's another way to market yourself too. But yeah, people love getting those cards. In that 150 to 200 marketing allocation, I also use that for people's birthdays, people that bought homes with me, and then also their anniversaries when we first close on their home.
Mhm. You recently had a closing out in Maple Grove that came from this strategy, right?
Actually, my newest listing, came from I spent a $20 gift card for Starbucks, and it was when I had I think 995 followers on Instagram, and I did a story saying, whoever's my 1,000 follower on Instagram, I'm gonna do like a $20 gift card. So I had to literally watch my Instagram, like my followers, like after I said that, after I did that story. And then my number 1,000 follower was somebody named Kyle. And then I literally just DM Kyle. I was like, hey, congrats, just won $20 for Starbucks. And he was like, thank you so much. he happened to be living in Excelsior where I live. This was back in May. That's $20 I never saw back. He called me 2 weeks ago saying, "Hey David, we want to list our home with you."
That's
So
amazing.
the best $20 spent. You just never know. Yes, there is times that you're gonna be like, here's a $5 call, you don't see results.
Yeah.
But I just made that what I spent with this one client,
Mhm.
because now he's selling, he's buying. So just right there is like what, $20,000.
Mhm.
So if you think about it, $20, $20,000 is just insane.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
again, if you have the money, if you can do it, again, people
1,000% return. on
people love
investment.
that. And then something I learned from Parker, actually. Hey Parker. On my birthday, since I joined the team, he sent me a video.
Mhm.
It took like 45 seconds saying, "Hey David, it's Parker here. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. So glad having the team." So that felt super personal.
Mhm.
So then now I started doing that with people on Facebook. If I have their number, I do that. If I don't have the number, I don't have an excuse, I still send a DM, because you can just record yourself, send a DM saying, "I hope you have a happy birthday. Down below is a little something for you."
Mhm.
Boom, like a $10 gift card. So again, if you have the money, it's well
love
spent
it.
money.
And even where can you start? Like if you don't have the budget to do it for spend 250 for it, like can you do this for your last 5 closings and
100%.
just have some sort of touch point where it's like, yeah, you can scale it over time, especially as you start seeing a return. But like, where are we gonna start with this and where can we take it eventually? And so
Yeah.
I love this strategy and I love to see how it's paying off. And
it's free, guys. It's Instagram is free for now. Facebook is free. It's not like what Twitter, it's now X, you have to pay a membership. You just use it. It's like I said, you guys do an amazing job as is. Like Sarah Church, I don't know if she's here. She does an amazing job with pictures and stories. She's just so good at it.
Mhm.
And one of the things with Sarah, she's so consistent.
Yeah.
And she has the coolest pictures. I don't know if you must follow her. She has the coolest pictures. So she's doing a good job in that.
Mhm.
You do a great job because we interact on social media a lot,
Yeah.
I feel like. And I love that you don't ever just make your life about real estate. Like
Yeah.
there's a little glimpse into your family and your favorite restaurants. So like I've learned who you are as a person and how much your family means to you just from watching your stories.
Yeah.
If I were friends with you on Facebook and not an agent, like I would like you just based on how you present yourself, because I think it's very authentic.
Thank you.
And so if you're going to try the strategies that he's talking about, make sure that you're presenting an authentic version of yourself on social media as well.
Yeah. And also I love what you're doing with responding to people, just sliding up on stories. Realistically, I would be willing to bet money right now that every single person in this room is already scrolling stories on Instagram.
100%.
And so it's like, you're already doing it. Just take the time to slide up quickly, ask them a quick question. And you mentioned to me earlier that one of the very important areas of responding to a story is leaving a prompt for them. And not just responding with the emojis, but actually asking them a question to potentially get them to engage with you.
Yeah.
And start the conversation with them. And I think you did the same thing with me, like the first right when I followed you.
Attack anybody.
And I'm not an agent, so I'm expecting a Starbucks gift card. I'm like,
Yeah, I'll get you, man. Hey, but speaking of agents, so I have agents in North Dakota, South Dakota, Indiana, all people around the Great Lakes that I actually do buy gift cards. You were like, why are you buying agents gift cards? Because I want to be their guy when they have to send a referral.
Yeah.
So I got 2 referrals, one from North Dakota, one from South Dakota, from again people that it was their birthdays, and just send them a Starbucks gift card.
And how do you go about like setting up that relationship or even the expectation?
I literally just go and find them on Instagram, adding them. I like every single post they've done, because then their feed is like, whoa, who's this guy liking all my stuff? Then they add me back, then we start interacting, and then I send them a DM. Hey, thanks for the follow. I see that you're an agent in North Dakota, South Dakota. Sometimes I may have clients that want to go your way. So if you want to work together, we can start doing that if you don't know anybody in Minnesota. I do offer, and this is something I do offer, like if I ever get a referral from anybody around the Great Lakes, I offer a 50% split. Now you're probably saying, David, you're nuts. Well, I'd rather take the 50% cut from the beginning, because then that client's gonna refer me to other people, and this same realtor will send me more business. So at the end of the day, it's like, all right, you can make 100K or you can make 50, right? I'll take the 50, versus nothing.
Yeah.
So That's what I use for that. Yeah, just not don't just target your clients or potential clients on Instagram, as well as I say collaborate with other people.
Can
So
I-
you'll go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So do you intentionally do this during certain times of the day? Okay, do you intentionally do this during certain times of the day, or is it just when you happen to be on social media? Like, when are you taking the time to try and interact with people?
Just anytime when it comes to interactions. When it comes to actual postings, like if you want to post about an under contract that you just got, the best time is between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. because that's when people are settled at work. Then they start scrolling when they have a little break. If you do it at 7 a.m., people are dropping their kids off at school and traffic. Nobody has the time to do that. The way the algorithm works with Facebook and Instagram, they just keep pushing it down. So then your stories won't come up or post.
Sure.
So interactions at night when I'm literally just watching TV, I'll scroll around and like people. That's how I also get my ideas. So master the art of copying others. I learned this actually in San Diego, the EXP conference. Literally. So just follow somebody, another realtor, for example, in Kentucky, and then just see what reels are doing and just making your own. Don't steal what they're actually saying, but just do some final adjustments, make your own. I used to struggle with being in front of the camera because I hated my voice. I hated the way my voice sounded, and I was like, whatever, people don't care. And maybe a couple weeks ago, you guys remember I posted a story about showing a home that it had a white squirrel.
Yes.
You actually interacted with that.
Love that.
I am so self-conscious about being in front of the camera and talking and making sure it's perfect. Just forget about that.
Yeah.
People don't care. People love seeing the agent. They don't like just to see what homes are there. They want to see your face, right? I had the most interactions about the white squirrel.
It was hilarious.
Still to the day.
Yeah.
And then I have other agents saying me, like texting me or sending me a DM. You won't believe what I saw today. They send me a picture of a white squirrel. So I'm like, by the way, that house I did not get on the contract. The white squirrel was a bad luck.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like that was the follow-up story you did? So you continued on the same.
Yeah, you
thing,
continue on the
like,
story,
so
yeah.
we lost. I guess they're not good luck after all.
No, not good luck after all. And then the other agents were like, oh no, I saw white squirrel today.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get the house. Just silly things like that.
Yeah.
Again, yes, people want to see that you're selling homes. If you are not posting all your on the contracts that you have, you're living free marketing on the table. You're not literally, it's just free stuff that you're not taking advantage of.
Yeah. I love what you said yesterday. You were like, every single time you go under contract with someone, every time you have an update like that, you should be posting it.
You should be posting it. And then you should also post when things fall through. Like everybody thinks that social media is like, everybody that is not a realtor say, oh, these realtors all have that such an awesome life, so glamorous.
Yeah.
If you have a deal that fell through, post it. Canceled with big letters, cancel, and then tell a story why people got cold feet. It happens. People need to see that reality as well. Like, yes, we work about tough, but they also need to see the daily struggles when a deal falls through. Tanner, I see Tanner right here. Tanner does an amazing job with like his stories. The other day he had showings that he was doing in Blaine, in Woodbury, and then in St. Bonnie.
Yeah.
And then his last post was like, serving you wherever, serving my clients wherever. Like, that's amazing. Like, his followers are gonna be like, whoa, I want to work with Tanner because he's willing to drive.
Able to drive all the way
Lights
across
out.
town.
Yeah.
Jim Lee, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just have a question. How do you manage the birthday card, like gift cards? Do you do them ahead of time? Like, I know you can see some people's birthdays ahead of time, like you can see kind of when they're coming up.
Yeah.
Do you do them ahead of time for sake of time? Because we're always like on a crunch, and I feel like, I know I'm always running around like picking up my head cuts, and like, how do you manage that?
So Jim Lee was asking right there, just how you go about managing the birthday schedule. And I just mentioned this so that the people on Zoom know the question there. So
yeah, so if it was a friend of mine or people like just close to me, I already have that information in my book of business.
Yeah.
So then I will send it a week before with an actual card, physical card.
Oh,
If
you
it
send
is-
the physical card.
If I know if they are already in my book of business. If there's people that I'm trying to get in my book of business and somebody that is just an acquaintance on Facebook or Insta, I will just do a digital card. So the same day on their birthday, or like you said, I can see if their birthday is going to be tomorrow. You can do the day before, saying, hey, I see it's your birthday tomorrow. here's a little treat and something. Just have a cup of coffee with me. But
Hey.
well, the video is amazing. And I know some people don't feel comfortable on camera. If you're not don't feel comfortable on camera, just do like a nice message. Is that you?
Mhm.
Hey, David, you mind if I add something real quick?
Who's that?
That's Blair right there.
Blair.
So yeah, something I do, because I know you're kind of asking about how you schedule it. Do you do it ahead of time? So on Monday morning, I actually have a notification on my Google Calendar for about 9 a.m. that says a check for the week's birthdays. And on Facebook, you can just go. I get like notifications every day. I click on that notification, and you can look as far into the future as you want. So then I go through there, and I do handwritten cards as well. I do like a dollar scratch off that I put in a greeting card with my logo on it, but then I will just do it all on Monday for things that if I'm going to send something out, I'll get them all written on Monday and sent in the mail. But yeah, if it's someone I don't know as closely and I'm just going to make sure I say something to them, whether it be on social media or whatever, I'll just make a note of it on my calendar and kind of add that to my database. So my SOI is I'm always adding information to it. And as birthdays come up, that's one thing I put on there as well.
That's one way to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that works for you, that's the way I do it too. I don't have a notification. See, like this is what I like this thing. It's like now I can set up an alarm for Mondays.
Yeah.
I usually just do that on a daily basis and be like, okay, whose birthday it is, boom, boom. And my wife is super cool. Like she's so supportive. She helps me with that. So kudos to her.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And so your goal is usually to tell stories or to educate your
Mhm.
clients usually.
Mhm.
And how do you go about the process of becoming education based on Instagram?
Just do like a reel, do a story, an actual post. If you actually record yourself and then do a reel, just repost that reel as your story and say, hey, if you want to learn something about first-time home buyer programs,
Mhm.
see below or click here. So I should be doing more educational stuff like that, like
Mhm.
some other agents that I've seen the team do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the way I go about doing that.
I know Sam Boatman recently had a really great video that was posted, where I think he was just talking about Hannah. What was it that he was talking about in this video?
I would have to look. We filmed, I think, 8 videos together. So let me look quick. Give me one
Well,
I
second.
think, I know Sam posted some stuff about interest rates. He's posted stuff about just like the market conditions, things like that.
What other videos, Hannah, if you know right off the top of your head, what other videos has marketing done with agents, education?
I did one on interest rate buy downs and like
Yep.
where that money can come from.
Blair just did a really good one on people who might think they're too old to buy a house, like
Mhm.
first time.
Yes, I saw that last
average
night.
Ages, that was a really great
Good.
one.
Oh, that
That
one.
started
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. You just gotta be
So Angie has done, I mean, a really common one is like the importance of a pre-approval, knowing how to find the right spot to buy, like location wise for buyers. I mean, we've done everything from like the importance of staging to what the experience of listing a home looks like with specific agents, like what their approach is, pricing strategy, the like true costs of buying a house, all of that stuff. I mean, it just depends on what the agent wants to talk about. But yeah, part of the marketing plan is pre-recording video that you can post. So you don't have to think about doing it in the moment and edit it. It's all edited and everything for you.
Right.
and you can spread it out.
Yeah.
Don't post all of those in one
Yes.
week.
Yeah. Don't post them back to back.
If you think about it, like all the deals you have on the contract, the videos that Hannah's saying,
Mhm.
there you go. Mondays you have your videos with Hannah.
Yeah.
Tuesday you have it on the contract. Wednesday is something about personal that you're doing. Just every day you have something.
Well, the other day you were just posting about making like white chicken chili, and
I have so much engagement on that. Actually, I got a buyer from that, believe it or not. Somebody DM me saying, can you send me the recipe?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, here it is. And then again, hey, I see that you're in real estate. We're looking to buy in Plymouth.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet. You know, just from one picture of Chile. I think that picture I posted from Chile got like 80 likes, and one on the contract that I did in the morning got like 24 likes.
Mhm.
Now, don't focus on the numbers, but analyze it by saying, okay, what's working, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, people love food, right? People love to talk about sports and the Twins being eliminated.
Mhm.
So just post something silly. Sometimes memes as well, but yeah,
Mhm.
like the Chile, so much engagement for that.
And you'll do a lot of like polls and surveys as well. Like what kind of polls do you do?
Yeah, so that's also what generates business. I remember I got a listing in Excelsior actually that home sold already. It was from me posting green cabinets. I think it was like last year, what people thought about green cabinets and gold hardware.
Mhm.
And somebody replied to that saying, I love it, but I don't think it's going to be super trendy in like a couple of years.
Mm.
And then that person said, hey, by the way, do you know a good painter? I was like, yeah, what are you trying to paint? She goes, my cabinets. I was like, all right. So I posted a picture of the cabinets on the right time
Mhm.
for this lady. This lady goes like, yeah, I'm trying to move to Iowa. So getting the house ready to sell. And I'm like, oh, do you have an agent? She goes, yes, I have 13 friends that are agents. And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it. And I was like, what can I do to just get your business? Right. And she was like super silent. I was like, forget about it. Let me take you out for coffee next week. I would love to talk to you about what I can do to sell your home.
Mhm.
Brought her to coffee in Excelsior. In an hour, I had a listing agreement signed.
Amazing.
So just from posting that picture, a lot of polls actually, I think last night I did one about what people would rather have, an indoor pool or indoor sports court. And I think you
Mhm.
participated in
I
that.
did.
So I have like 65 interactions, 65 people that participated. So you can go back and see who says what they like, sports court or pool. And then without me even reaching out to them, they'll vote for what they want, and then they will reply the reason why.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just ways to generate business from that. And people will be like, yeah, I wish I could have a sports court. And I'll be like, well, you wish. I mean, what's stopping you from it, right? Let's buy a home with a sports court. Or it's just a good conversation starter. And then the algorithm from Instagram basically keeps pushing my content to them. So I'm like right on their face with my stories and my posts just from those interactions that they do with you.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you notice, like when you go on Instagram, it shows you like the stories from the people that you interact with the most. If you scroll all the way to the right, you're gonna be like, oh man, I haven't seen this person for a while. It's
Yeah.
because the algorithm keeps pushing it that way.
Mhm.
But yeah, polls, if you have a house that you're touring, actually that's free marketing again. Just take a quick video of the outside and say, guess the price. That's actually my favorite, because people will be like, oh, I didn't know like you can buy something in Edina for 450K.
Mhm.
Yes, you can. Are you thinking about moving? Yeah. So
Amazing.
I got sales from that too. Just been doing the actual guess the price. If you're feeling lazy, if you don't want to go out, just jump on MLS on your computer and then record the actual screen of you scrolling through pictures through luxury listings and say, list the price of $1.5 million, $1.8 million. It's just people like to interact with those things.
Mhm. And your aim is always to follow up with those interactions too.
Yes, follow up with them,
Mhm.
100%.
I want to open up. Does anyone have any potential questions that?
And again, some of you guys did an amazing job, and you probably didn't learn anything today, which is fine. But if somebody picked up something new, that's awesome.
Mhm.
How do you order this? How do you order the Starbucks? Do you order it through Facebook, or how do you order it?
So if I have the information, like the phone number,
Yeah.
actually, if you just go to the text and then start typing a text, there's like a plus button where you can add a picture, you can add audio. If you scroll down, there's like a Starbucks one. If you have the Starbucks app and you just
This is on Messenger, right?
a messenger. This is actually on my phone.
Yeah.
If not, I would just buy like a digital card on Starbucks and send them that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I please ask a question?
Yeah.
No,
Hi, how are you, David? I was wondering, so you were talking about the digital business card. I have one with Blink. Is there another app that you recommend for digital?
I use dot.com, and I actually, I don't know if you guys
So
can
do
see.
I love Dot for many
Say that
reasons.
again.
dot,
Yeah,
Dot, like,
and
like-
I'll show you how my
like dot.com?
Scan it.
yeah,
Here.
you can scan that.
So yeah, is this just your background?
This is actually my wallpaper.
Nice.
Bad father. I don't have a picture of my kids. I have my QR code. The reason why is because if I run it to somebody, they're like, "Do you have your card?" I literally just pull my phone and I'm like, "Here, just scan my QR code."
Oh,
I
that's
just-
perfect.
And this is what came up. You have links right here for calling him, emailing him, and then also his website, his Instagram, his Facebook.
Oh,
And
that's
so
good.
looks super professional. You have a headshot there on the top.
Yeah, so basically it's just this is what my wallpaper is. I wish I had a picture of my kids, but it's just so easy to be like, here it is, just scan it.
Does
Boom.
it charge you anything to get the app or anything?
No, it's actually you pay $20 up front, and that's your lifetime.
Oh,
Never-
that's perfect. Okay, okay, thanks.
Yeah, and if you don't want that, they do send you like a dot thing here for the people at home. Do you see this thing here?
Yep.
It's literally a sticker, and you just go when you meet somebody, you just tap it like that, and then it will
Can I
appear
see
on their
it?
phone.
Oh, very nice. So like if I went up
So
right
that's
here.
literally the dot.
That's the dot.
Yeah, I scanned it right here and it's got a link right there to his business card. Looks like we have some.
Because what happens is like when you scan it, you just create save contact.
I use something similar. I use Popple. It's the same concept.
Same concept, yeah. Because when you give somebody a business card, they're just gonna throw it away. It ends up in the garbage.
Yep.
But you
Yeah.
still print some to leave at like showings and stuff, right?
I usually never leave cards on showings. I
Okay,
think it's paper.
yeah, that's true. But then don't you do like not pop-ups, but door hangers and stuff? I mean, obviously you need some, right?
Yeah, for those, yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Or for
All right,
like
thanks.
people that I'm meeting, if I'm on any event, I always say, "Hey, are you on Facebook? Let me add you on Facebook." If it's friends, I want those people like to see what I'm doing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Do marketing, just use Instagram, use Facebook, and then because you just became friends on Facebook and Instagram, they're gonna start seeing your stories, and you're gonna be on top of their mind when it comes to real estate.
Okay. I just added you on Facebook.
There you go.
David, can I ask? For the people that you end up turning into clients
Mhm.
this way, is there like, how do you interact with them after the fact to do referrals or to get referrals from them?
To get referrals from them.
Yep.
So usually, I do give them a nice Christmas, sorry, like a closing gift.
Mhm.
They're always liking my stories, and I'm always checking in with them using social media. When they post on something, just keep up that interaction. Don't just like close the deal, bam, they're a number, you forgot about them. Say, "Hey, I was just thinking about you. The house looks great." You usually see a story that they do on their home, and it'll be like, "Yeah, that home was perfect for you."
Love it.
Uh,
Do you friend them? Like if they're just following you, do you like take that a step further to make sure that they kind of like show up on your feed more? Do you like kind of keep a list or anything like that of the people who followed up with you at some point so you can continue to follow up with them?
Yeah, so my best way of following up is basically liking everything they do and
Got it.
commenting on something. Yes, a like is a nice thing. Like Travis, you posted something about, I'm just saying, I don't know, going to the Vikings game. Instead of just getting a like and keep scrolling down, if Travis wants my client that close with me, I'll be like, "Oh, it looks like an awesome game.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Too bad they lost, blah, blah." So you just keep that interaction going. So you're their first person. And you did an awesome job already helping them. So you are their number one realtor. And then basically doing the personal touches using HomeBot or the new system we have.
Mhm.
For Thanksgiving, dropping up a pie or whatever you want to do. I usually just ask my people, "What do you want? You want an apple pie or you want a pumpkin pie?" Now everybody likes that. That's one touch.
And people love pie.
They do.
Yeah.
So one touch is like, what kind of pie do you want? The anniversary gift card, the birthday gift card. So that's 3 touches.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas card that I sent from my family.
Mhm.
I'm not hiding anything, just like on Instagram. We just took pictures, had our pictures taken last weekend. That are Shutterfly already being printed. I will send that to every single person that I close with.
Mhm.
And I've been to homes to actually, after the fact that we closed, and they have my picture in their refrigerator. And that's like,
Mhm.
oh, it didn't go to the garbage. And like I'm right in their face when they're opening the fridge, you know?
Yeah.
Something that Blair did that I like is the calendar.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome for the wild.
And that was developed by Hannah, I believe, as well. Like,
Well, Blair found it. I just put
Oh,
it together for him. So Blair deserves the credit on that one, but I just ordered it for him basically.
I mean, that's awesome because now Blair's face is gonna be on the refrigerator
right on the refrigerator,
Literally.
anytime there's chicken game.
anytime. Yeah. And who's the number guy? Who's the guy that they're gonna call? Blair, not Chris Lindahl.
Mhm. We talked so much about the importance of staying top of mind with your past clients and with anyone that you're nurturing. And I love how, like you mentioned yesterday, that like anytime you meet someone, they ask for your business card and you're like, oh, what's your Instagram?
What's your Instagram? What's your
Yeah.
Facebook? Yeah.
And so you get them on Instagram, and it's just the most simple way to stay top of mind with
Yeah.
people. Because on top of that, Instagram will reward people who are consistent on the platform,
Mhm.
and I mean, your view rate will go up with it.
It
And so
will.
it's just,
It will.
I just want to throw this out there. If anybody's looking for great hints on how to maximize the algorithm on Instagram, you should look up Jason Pantana.
mhm.
He is an Instagram expert. He's all over. He was at our Tom Ferry conference in August, and he has some great insight into what's happening with the algorithm and how to maximize your exposure.
100%.
Yeah.
And David Calhoun too from San Diego.
Yes.
He's a close friend of mine.
I follow both of them.
He actually audited my Instagram 6 months ago, and I had like 5 hours of coaching sessions with him too. So
Oh,
If
did
you-
you win that one?
What's that?
Because he was doing a giveaway. For
yeah, then I won that one
Yeah.
Nice.
for free, and I had dinner with him in San Diego last time. He's an amazing example too. Like he posts about real estate, nice stories, very consistent, and his family. You know, people want to see you. People don't want to just see that
Mhm.
you're selling homes. Like Ashley's baby, you know. Now, if you don't feel comfortable posting pictures of your baby, that's fine. But I think people just like to get to know you, get to
Mhm.
see what do you do for your daily activities.
Right. Shows that you're actually doing stuff.
Exactly.
And I love how something we talked about yesterday was all of us are agents. We work, well, I'm not. Everyone else here is agents, but we all work in real estate. That being the case, your algorithm is going to be very, very based towards real estate information.
Yeah.
People who don't work within real estate, that's not the case for them. And this is why it's so important for you guys to be the knowledge broker and to be educating people in your sphere, people who are following you, is because even if you feel like you see this every single day from other top real estate accounts posting, well, guess what? Like people who are outside of this industry, they don't see it.
Exactly.
And so when you get to be the person that, even if you're just like basically posting the same thing that you've seen 3 videos do already
Mhm.
this week,
Mhm.
most people aren't going to see that. And so it's your opportunity to be the knowledge broker.
Yeah, so the people that follow you don't necessarily follow all other realtors that you're following.
Mhm.
So in their eyes, you're the only agent that they know.
Do you know, that's a really good point. I
Yeah.
love that because
Yeah.
I used to post every day.
Yeah.
Like all the time. And it was pretty consistent. And then I started seeing like all these agents post and all these other opportunities. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting burnt out with everything. So
Right.
I stopped doing it because it was exactly that point. I'm like, I can't keep doing everything that, everybody else is doing but that's a good point. Like just because you're following hundreds of agents who are also posting about, first time home buyer stuff or whatever, doesn't mean like your followers are seeing that.
Right.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna go back to posting.
Yeah, you just gotta post it. And
People don't have to read it. They
No.
can scroll.
and
Yeah.
you can use that headline too, like the change for multifamilies. Just jump literally outside. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in and talk about how you can buy a 4-unit, multifamily with only 5% down.
Mhm.
Yes, other agents are gonna see that. The other agents are like, yeah, boring. I already know about this. I talked about this. I posted about this. But your followers, you're the only realtor they're following. They're like, oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Let's call David.
Well,
So-
same thing. Like when I got into working, when I joined this team, all of a sudden I went through and I followed a bunch of the agents on their team, and all of a sudden I was like scrolling through and it was like closed, pending, and I'm just seeing all these pictures of the house and I'm like checked out. Well, before I was in the industry, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like it can sometimes feel overwhelming. Like I don't want to just be another person posting that I'm at an open house because I've seen this 30 times today already.
Yeah,
That's not the case for most of the rest of the population, and I don't think anyone sees it necessarily as annoying.
yeah.
And so
Which is, it's
And-
mine. You think about it. In this team, we get a lot of Zillow leads, right? Have you ever thought about like, why are these people just going on Zillow and say
Mhm.
contact agent? They don't know any other agents.
Mhm.
Just think about that. You can be that agent
Mhm.
instead of giving Zillow that business. That's your business right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just
And-
thinking about that the other day, like, what? How can people don't know an agent? I know like a million,
Let
but that's
me-
because we're in the industry.
Yeah, I want to share this quick point too. If you think about it, think about right now, consumer behavior and needing instant gratification, right? Consumer, like something like, Uber or Lyft, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you are arranging for a quick ride somewhere,
Mhm.
you don't just pass by like the first Uber car that comes, right? You don't
Yeah.
question a bunch of things, you just kind of get into that car.
Mhm.
That's why people go to Zillow, but people are on social media more than they're on Zillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're seeing you first and they know that your content is, if that's what's in front of them and fresh in their mind when they're thinking about selling a house, they're gonna reach out to you before they have to look somewhere else, because more often than not, they're just gonna continue to see you on social media if you're engaging with them.
Mhm.
Yes. It's something that I did actually 6 months ago after doing that course with David Calhoun, is go through your friends on Facebook. You have two different groups, two different segments, your Facebook friends and your Instagram friends, two different beasts.
Yep.
Like you'll see more engagement on Facebook about something that you'll see on Instagram.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So go through your friends list on Facebook, see who you haven't seen posts from, say a friend from high school. You click on it, go through the feed, you're gonna see things that Facebook is not showing you.
Uh-huh.
Again, start liking all of them, comment on some of them so that now Facebook is like, oh, we should connect these two people.
Yep.
So if you have like an hour, I don't know, half an hour a day, just go through your friends, people that you're not seeing the activity, click on it, like it, so that you show the algorithm that you wanna see their feed,
Right.
and they'll also show your feed. So
Their consumer behavior, it is fact that they're going to go right now with who is front of mind and who's first there.
exactly,
You
they,
call an Uber and it shows
Yeah.
up, they're ready, they get in the car,
Yeah.
right? It's the same when it comes to social media. If they're seeing you and you're the one interacting with them, they got a question about something and they know that you're a realtor, you're the person they're interacting with.
exactly, and you're doing all this job posting on Facebook, doing reels, doing stories, but the algorithm is only showing that to other agents,
Yeah.
Mhm.
unfortunately. So you just gotta find a way to beat the algorithm. And again, do it manually. Unfortunately, that's the only way to do it. You gotta go through friends list.
Yep.
Open it up, see their feeds, like it, comment, and do like 10 friends a day. Then your algorithm is just gonna go so
It's
big.
gonna blow up.
And then now you're gonna be that only agent there.
Yep.
Yes, they may have a friend or family there, so there's a realtor, you can't compete with that, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
they can still see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And if you're interacting with them the way that you are.
Yeah.
Not only are they seeing that you notice their stuff,
Yeah.
they're checking out your stuff and you've already made yourself a real person to them just by the type of things you're posting on social media. That's
Exactly.
very different than the instant gratification of having to look at a house online. And we know, like, obviously, when people are serious about searching, they're going to places like Zillow, but they don't have to do that necessarily if they've already connected with someone on social
Exactly.
media that they like, because they see who you are as a person, they see the kind of things you're doing with your life, and you've made yourself real to them and already engaged with them before that need for housing even develops.
Exactly. Exactly. Just comment on their stuff. People love when you comment on something, a picture of a puppy. Oh, it's such a cute puppy, like boom.
Yeah.
They give you that. It's just like an ego booster. Oh yeah, my puppy is the best.
And look at our own behavior when it comes to social media. Every post we make, everybody has to admit, you're tapping on the little button to see who is liking your post. You're
Yeah.
scrolling through to see who is it that is commenting on your post. There's a feel-good element of that, of who's
Mhm.
paying attention to me.
Exactly.
So if it's a realtor in there paying attention to your stuff, that's going to stand out to you.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Well, I love it. I just want to say thank you to everyone who came in person as well as jump in on Zoom. I think David had some really, really great information, and I hope you all took notes because I
I have a
believe.
question. I have a
Yeah.
question.
Kelly,
Kelly.
let's-
Do you keep liking and engaging with someone if they post like, we just bought a house? Do you keep, then what happened?
You know what I do to those?
What?
I look at whenever they close, and the very next year I send them a card saying, "Hey, it's your anniversary. Here's a card."
Oh, okay.
It's yeah, they didn't close with me, but they're like, "Oh man, like David brought us a card, and our realtor that just we closed with, he didn't give us
It's
crap."
exactly that. More than half of the agents will never follow up with the person
They
they
don't.
closed a deal on.
Uh-huh.
They don't. So that's what I do. My best friend actually 9 months ago bought with somebody else, and I was so pissed at him. I was like,
Oh my
I
God.
can't do that. I blocked him on Facebook. I was so literally like 12-year-old, like, and then later I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it. Not
Yeah.
worth losing the friendship. I was like, all right, I'm gonna apologize, be the big man. Took him out for coffee. He says, do you have any contractors? I need to finish my basement. I was like, yeah, send him 2. He ended up using 1. Finished the basement. And then he's like, I think I'm ready for a bigger space. Sold a home with me on Memorial Day and bought a home in Apple Valley. We listed it on Memorial Day weekend. Okay. Because we already got on the contract for the Apple Valley home with a contingency of selling his home. So yeah, no pressure. Memorial Day weekend. Sold it in 2 days. Bam.
Yep.
$1.2 million in escrow, an open escrow. So again, just from doing that. But yeah, Kelly, just send him a gift card. Be nice.
Okay. All right. Just
Works.
curious. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then, but first also said that you are dead to me.
Yeah.
You are dead to me. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I think it's happened to everybody, right?
It's happened to everybody.
You post, you like buy with somebody else and you're like,
Especially when you're starting, you're like, you expect all the people close to you to support you. They're like, oh no, I don't want to support you.
Yeah.
Brand new agent.
I would get it if I was like a loan officer. Yeah. I see the financial, but it's like, come on, man. Oh, I just want to sell you a home.
I'll go through, yeah, I think we all go through that, like,
Yeah.
I'm never talking to you again.
But yeah, if you guys have questions about, again, most of you are amazing. If you have questions about how to convert your account, your Instagram to professional, if you want me to do a quick audit like David Calhoun did on mine, I can just pass that information to you guys. Come see me.
I love
I'd
it.
like to do it for you.
Again, thank you to everyone who jumped on. We're going to be focusing every single Thursday on conversion. So
Love it. Great job. Thank you so much. David, you're awesome. Appreciate you taking the time to help everyone today.